Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a tier list video. Now, this video specifically, we're going to be talking about Scream. As I just watched the Scream premiere yesterday, um, kind of just wanted to summarize my thoughts into this and give my tier list. This is my personal opinion. I want to make sure everybody understands that these are not facts, okay? These are just opinions. You can say whatever movie's best, and I would never blame you. I love you. Genuinely, do not hate me. Um, let's just go one by one, and then I'll talk about seven going in order from one to six. Uh, First of all, this one goes number one has to go in S tier. The reason being, simply is if you really look back in the horror day, in the times that that movie came out, there was not enough impact to say what a franchise could be until that movie came out and others as well. There was still very few horror icons, and that was one that was just established right there. Scream. You never know, because it could just be a normal person, literally, that's your neighbor, whatever, and that movie's just impactful. It literally is the only reason why they continued after that. I'm gonna keep it a bean. Look, they made even Scary Movie because of a parody. Like they inspired so many other things outside of just Scream to continue that it's just like that's the reason why it keeps coming back. That's the reason why people keep asking for more. And I think the first one is the epitome of what the margin they needed to hit when it came to making that movie. But after that, oh my gosh, people are gonna hate me. Number two, jeez. No. Oh my gosh, I'm so gonna get hate. All right, I don't actually think there's a D movie. I don't think there's a D movie. I'll say that. I don't think there's a D movie. Number two, the reason why I put it at C, the reason being is simply the introduction was good and then it transitioned into the college life. And when it transitioned into college life, it got super weird. Like, not in the sense of like, oh, there's no sense of direction. No, it got super weird in the fact that like you could tell that they were trying to try something so drastically different, but continue the same idea, but just like swap it out entirely. Because it's like, okay, well, she's not in high school no more, she's in college. Let's swap this entirely. And when they did that, especially for those serial killers, they made it very weird, especially even with the one dude in that part two movie where he's like, wait, Cindy, I never killed your mom. Like, chill out, bro. Like, I was just like, is he the killer? Or is the boyfriend the killer? Or is this person the killer? Or is that? So it's just like there was too many suspects, in my opinion, to be like, oh, I don't know. And then I think the reveal, the reveal was very awkward because it led to so many speculation and suspects that when you got the reveal, you're just like, wait, really? And like honestly, I think with a series like this, it should be something that's like it's gonna sound so stupid, but it should be like something like Among Us, where it's like the killer is in the speculation group, not too far fetched outside of it, but something that's in it, and that is why I'll get into another movie that I rank higher than these, um, more and more. It's just simply why I rank it like these movies after number two, just more and more. And then as well, and my the worst thing about two is that they kill Randy. When they kill Randy, it is like such a weird thing that they decided to do because everybody loved Randy. You could tell in one that that was the character that was heavily established as like this is the comedy character. We need this character. And then in two, they were like building it up that he might be alive, he might be alive, he's good, and then randomly gets yanked into a fucking van, stab, he's dead. I was like, come on, bro, you ain't even give him a chance. Y'all off screened him Yeah, I just showed a fucking van moving back and forth, and that's how he died. I don't know. It just the kills in this one and the final fight scene is just it's just not it in my opinion. And that's crazy because that one is ranked the highest, I believe. Or no, it's ranked the second highest because I think the first one was rated like 93 tomatoes, whatever. That one's rated like 88. I'm not a big fan of number two. I'm sorry. After that, you got number three. Oh my gosh, my shit is lagging. Hold up. Put that shit down. Put that shit down. Are we chilling? Is the recording chilling? Okay, the recording's chilling. Or my fault. Oh, well, let's see. Three? Was three a B? No. Three is A. Three is A tier. Can I fucking move this, please? Okay, there you go. Three is A tier. Reason why three is A tier for me personally is why I liked the first movie a lot. It kept the idea fresh and somewhat still in the circle. You're finding out that there's deeper lore into this, and the lore is crazier, while still expanding on the original, but just and I feel like three is what number two tried to be with the whole theatrical shit, and then they just added more to it, and the casting was better for three than it was for two, in my opinion. That's another reason why I really don't like two as much, is because I think the casting from like the boyfriend to like the friends around her in college was a very weird casting. It's one of my fewest light casts. Like, now that I think about it, like it's one of the casts I like the least compared to some other ones that I'll get into. But three being the brother and it being just a single was very compelling, and it was not only emotionally heartthrobbing, but as well it was like kudos to that fucking kid because he was so smart. Like he had, and not even that, they had oh my gosh, what is the actor's name? I forgot his name, but the FBI agent that we only had for number three, which was one of my favorite characters in Scream, that they only put him in the third movie. They should have continued him, but his name, I forgot his name. But all right, point is that detective that was working with also Sydney and Dewey in the third movie, that was such a beautiful aspect, and Gail as well put on a crazy performance in that third movie. So that's why, me personally, you know what I mean? Three, I'm just a little bit higher. Scream 4. Scream 4, I give it a B. You're like, what if I did? What if I... Look, Scream 4, it was refreshing because of the new cast, right? Like, they try to modernize it a little bit. Like, let's keep it a little bit more fresh. But then, when they brought it back after such a long break, they added the newer characters and the newer actors, and those newer actors actually were some of my favorite recastings ever, especially, if I'm not mistaken, her name is Emma Stone. Or is that? Oh my gosh, I don't want to disrespect her name, but I believe it's Emma Stone who plays the killer in Scream 4. And if that's a mistake, my apologies. I apologize. But genuinely, she was one of my favorite killers. As a kid, I definitely had a crazy crush over her, and that probably plays a little bit of a bias part. But I think if you look at all the killers, her intent was insane. Like, she didn't give a fuck. She said that she was like, she almost played like a Billy to me, because she had literally told the dude that she was working with, she's like, hey, good job, babe. Like, look, now we're gonna do the plan where we frame Sydney because she's ruined my life and all these things. And then she's like, you know what? Fuck that. Stabs everybody, shoots everybody. And I'm like, I'm thinking everybody dead. And then this bitch, I'm thinking she like, after she faked her injury, and I'm thinking she's like really dead, she finds out that Sydney's alive. The bitch get out and she's like, fuck you talking about? King Von shit. Bro, she was not going down without a fight. And then once they killed her, they killed her. But she was insane. She was insane. She did her fucking numbers. Um, but I would definitely put that at B or a low A right behind 3. Because she did her shit. I just My biggest issue with 4 is the cinematography aspect. For some reason, 4 looks older than 3, in my opinion. Like, you look at it and it's a really glossy, flashy, super bright camera aesthetic look. And that camera aesthetic isn't bad, but for the Scream 4 movie, it just didn't. I don't think it suit it. I think it was just like a weird time period, and my biggest issue with that Scream 4 movie was the cinematography. Um, that being said, going on to number 5, you know what I mean? Put that up there at 5. Put that at A. You're like, what the fuck? Look, brand new cast continues the storyline of 4, but in a better way, and you get more fucking lore. This right here, Scream 5, best recasting they've ever done. Best recasting they've ever done. From the sisters to the childhood best friends to the fucking police officers. It was just back to back good. Like, it felt like everything was real almost, and it felt like everything was a necessity. The only thing that I felt like they could have done better was not fucking kill Dewey. I don't know what the fuck they were thinking in the 5th one, but when they killed Dewey, I was just like, what the actual fuck? You know what I mean? Like, because it was a stupid ass fucking death. Like, Dewey didn't need to die. They just wrote him out, and they were like, I guess this is the marking point. Now, you know, we got to kill him. Wrote his name in the fucking death note. And I don't know if that's a personal preference of Dewey or if that was a writer's standpoint that they wrote for him, but them killing him for that reason was kind of fucked up, considering the fact that in all the movies prior, Dewey has put up good fights and he's had permanent fucking nerve damage since the first movie because he's taken multiple fucking beatings and stabs. And I feel like he deserved a happy ending, but they fucked him up. And I was just like, brother, what the fuck is that? Now, leading to the 6th movie, right? Leading to the 6th movie. Oh my God, I'm gonna get so murdered. I'm so gonna get murdered. Can you drag that over there, please? Can you drag that over there, please? Okay. Give me a second. I need to think about this. No, I don't. Oh my gosh, I'm going to get killed. I'm so going to get killed. Hot take, but Scream 6 is the best Scream movie of all time. I'm so going to get killed. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Listen, without bias, I'm a huge Scream fan. I fucking love Scream. I've been rewatching Scream my whole life. And when they made Scream 6, it's what Scream 1 was, in my opinion, but modernized technology. Means modernizing the cinematography, modernizing the electronics being used, modernizing the whole shit, right? But then making it just as good and efficient with the movie time rundown being a little bit over 2 hours, I believe. And the actors in Scream 6 put on one fucking hell of a performance. And this little trilogy, I guess you could call it a trilogy, from Scream 4 to 6. Well, I guess you could say it's like 4 movies. But this was perfect. Because you could really X this one out and you could just say 5 and 6. Because that's really what that is. Like, the only reason why you should watch the FBI girl, I forgot her name. Fuck. Sorry, I'm blanking right now because I just put myself on the spot. But the fight scenes in 6 and the romance in 6 reminded me so much of what 1 was, and how we can still make those movies possible just with the right modernized cast. And Jenna Ortega and Melissa were the the newer face of Scream. But had the directors and had the studio, whatever, not, dish them to the side, and not only do a 2 movie contract, but as well try to cancel them for their beliefs, um, it's sad what followed up, which was number 7, which I'll get into that in a second. But Scream 6, literally, from the cinematography, from the lines, to the fucking acting, to the romance, to the action, to the scenery, to the lore, to literally everything, it's going to be so iconic. And I think people are probably going to be like, what are you talking about? No, just give it time, please, because it's still fresh. Scream 6 is still fresh. I believe it's only 3 years old, 2 years old. Bro, Scream 6 is genuinely and hands down will be iconic. And I remember the first time seeing this when I was younger. And oh my gosh, I wanted to cream my pants. Such a fucking good movie. Such a fucking good movie. My favorite scene was the bodega scene when Ghostface actually pulled up with a fucking shotgun after letting it rip. And I was just like, holy fuck. Ghostface is actually a threat. And they were in New York, and he was wearing Timbs. All blacked out Timbs. You cannot tell me that was not blacked out Timbs. And not even that. The fact that it was 3 Ghostface, from the cop to the 2 siblings of Richie that you find out from the 5th movie, it's like, oh my gosh. Because it means that it was just like how 1 was, where it's like, it's somebody in a group. And not even that, since it was a requel, and they were trying to continue that, like, the new stage of like, we got to talk about new faces. We got to talk about how the old movies were so we can know how to survive this movie. When they tried to structure it like that, it got flipped on its fucking head because of how the serial killers were. The fact that there was 3 of them and they were tag teaming them from every angle and setting them up perfectly, from the fucking detective files to the place the place that they were gonna kill him at, to who to kill, how to kill, let's fake a dead body, fake this death, fake that. Like, it's just like, it was so fucking perfect. It was so perfect. And I think genuinely that Scream 6 movie is the best one compared to 1. Like, it's night and day. Like, it can fluctuate. It can fluctuate. Like, if I'm more in a Scream 1 mood, I'll be in a Scream 1 mood. But if I'm more in a Scream 6 mood, which today I'm in a Scream 6 mood, I will say that is the best Scream movie. So, yeah. Where would I put Scream 7? Honestly, C or D. C or D. But, like, behind 2. I actually don't think I like Scream 7 more than 2. And that's crazy because I dislike 2 a lot. I think 2 had a lot of flaws that a lot of people hype the fuck up. But one thing I will say is 2, even though it was an older movie, had better cinematography and better scenery. And its plot wasn't fucking horrid. Its plot, they catfished the whole movie for Scream 7. If you haven't watched it, I'm so sorry. I'm going to spoil a little bit. Matthew Lillard said he was going to play Ghostface again, and this was going to be his time coming back to Ghostface and this and that. Just for him to be fucking not even there and it be AI. What the fuck is that?